This is a reading of the Book of Watches, chapters 6 to 10. Feel free to support our channel by leaving a comment or subscribing.
It happened back when the human population was growing and many attractive young women were being born. The angels, the celestial beings, saw these women, felt desire for them, and said to each other, "Let's pick out wives from among the human daughters and have children with them." Semyaza, their ringleader, told them, "I'm worried that you guys won't actually go through with this, and I'll be the only one who ends up getting blamed and punished for this massive transgression." They all responded to him, saying, "Let's all take an oath and swear to follow through, binding ourselves with solemn curses that we won't back out of this plan. We are going to do this." So they all swore together and committed themselves to the plan with those mutual curses. There were exactly 200 of them, and they came down during the time of Jared, landing on the peak of Mount Hermon. They named it Mount Hermon because that's where they had taken their oath and committed their curses. Here are the names of their primary commanders. Semyaza, who was the chief, Artakifa, Arman, Kokabel, Turiel, Romiel, Denel, Zekiel, Barakel, Asael, Armaros, Batarel, Ananel, Zakiel, Semsepil, Satarel, Turel, Yomiel, and Eraziel. These were the captains who commanded groups of 10. And so they all started taking wives for themselves. Each one chose a partner, and they began to have sexual relations with them and corrupt themselves through these women. They taught their wives magic spells, various enchantments, and how to use plants and root cuttings. The women became pregnant and gave birth to enormous giants, who grew to be 3,000 cubits tall. These giants soon consumed all the food that humanity could produce. And when the humans could no longer feed them, the giants turned against the humans and began to devour them. They also began to sin against the birds, animals, reptiles, and fish, and started eating one another's flesh and drinking the blood. Then the earth complained about the anarchy and violence the giants caused. Azazel taught humans how to make knives, swords, shields, and breastplates. He showed them how to process metals and work with them, and how to create bracelets and other ornaments. He also taught them how to use antimony and various stones, how to mix dyes, and how to use cosmetics to enhance their looks. Because of this, the world became completely unstable and corrupt. Semyaza taught all sorts of spells and root-cutting techniques. As humanity learned these forbidden secrets, they began to die out. They cried out, and their desperate voices rose all the way to heaven.
Then Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel looked down from the sky and saw the vast amount of bloodshed occurring on earth. They heard the desperate voices of the people who were crying out, "Bring our case before the highest." They spoke to each other. The earth, now desolate and empty, sends the voices of its children crying to the gate of heaven. They cried out, saying, "You are truly the Holy One. You speak of all things, and you know all things even before they happen. You see this, and yet you allow it. You see what Azazel has done, how he has taught every kind of wickedness on earth and revealed the eternal secrets that were reserved for heaven alone. The Nephilim that were born from the Watchers and the human women are covering the earth and causing chaos. The whole earth has been filled with bloodshed and injustice, and now the spirits of the dead are crying out, appealing to you to bring their case before your majesty, seeking justice for their destruction. You know everything that has happened before it even took place. You know who is responsible for all of this, and yet you do not speak to us about what we should do. Then the Most High, the Great and Holy One, spoke and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, saying, "Go to Noah and inform him in my name that the end is coming. Reveal to him that the entire earth will be destroyed, and a flood is coming that will wipe out all life on the planet. Tell him how to escape and preserve his lineage for all future generations." And the Lord told Raphael, "Go and bind Azazel hand and foot, and throw him into the darkness. Make a hole in the desert, the one in Dedeel, and cast him in there. Pile rough, jagged rocks on top of him, cover him in darkness, and leave him there forever, where he will never see the light. On the great day of judgment, he will be cast into the fire. Heal the earth that the Watchers have corrupted. Announce that I will restore life to it, so that the descendants of humanity will not perish because of the secrets the Watchers revealed. The whole earth has been corrupted by the lessons taught by Azazel. Attribute all sin to him." And God commanded Gabriel, "Go and send the Nephilim, the children of immorality, the offspring of the Watchers, against each other in a battle of mutual destruction. Let them be eliminated from the earth. Do not let them have a long life." The parents of the Nephilim will witness the massacre of their own sons and daughters, and they will suffer as they watch the destruction of their loved ones. Bind the Watchers who seduce themselves through the daughters of men in bonds that last 70 generations, and imprison them under the hills of the earth until the day of judgment. On that day, they will be taken to the abyss of fire, the prison where they will be locked away forever. Then the earth will be completely purified of all the corruption caused by the Watchers, and all the wicked deeds will vanish. The world will be corrected, and all the human race will live in righteousness until they establish a great number of plants and trees. And the righteous will live for 1,000 years, and their whole lives will be filled with peace and goodness. And the Lord will destroy the unrighteous and the wicked everywhere on the earth, and all evil will disappear. In those days, the gates of heaven will be opened, and the blessings will flow. And the righteous will sow and reap for generations, and the trees will be filled with fragrance, and they will be joyful on the holy earth.